31 book reviews in 31 days. We are on day 21, guys. Let's get into it. Okay, so today's book is Rock Paper Killers by Alexia Mason. And I will say, it was an interesting book. And I'm one of those people who are just like, I'm mixed on this because I really loved the premise. So these are Dublin teenagers, and they basically go to this camp to kind of cram for their exams. I believe that they're learning the Irish language. I'm not going to say the word because I always pronounce it wrong because, yeah, Scottish and Irish, they have the same word, but it's pronounced differently. So I'm just going to not offend anyone here. But basically, it's kind of like the first book where I see, you know, the Irish language being like a major factor, like a major part of the plot. And I thought that was super interesting. And then we got complications. So lots of names and lots of backstories introduced in the very beginning. I think this is one of the books where I was going back so many times, even more than I do for a lot of my fantasies. And at that point, no, I had to go back because it wasn't just a case of, oh, you'll get it eventually. Nah, I had to keep going back for backstories. So it was, I think, midpoint where I'm just like, okay, finally I get the groove of it. The characters were all really interesting, especially with their backstories and their connections. And I think their connections with each other and with different members of the group is where I was getting confused. But once you kind of get it, you're kind of just like, okay, you're seeing the different dynamics and you're kind of just like, okay, this is one of those complicated friendship groups where not everyone should be friends here or not everyone should be in this group. But with that is definitely what had me, because I'm just like, ooh, I really want to see what's going to go on here. Because one of them was a bully. One of them I thought was super, super cute, because I was just like, this is very, very Shelley-esque of you, because they did something super. I was just like, oh, they're talking to themselves, which is very, very me. I do that regularly. And I loved that. And I kind of just liked how everything was playing out. But yeah, one of the characters was just very, very much a bully, and I wanted to see their downfall, 100%. But at the same time, there are a lot of characters that are just kind of weird and suspicious. And so I'm just like, I don't know who I'm rooting for. And as the story went on, I was just like, yeah, this is seeming a bit, it's seeming a bit like very, very easy. Like we're kind of seeing where it's going to go. And I did see where it was going to go. But at the end, they kind of gave us kind of like a mini twist, which I kind of predicted. But at the same time, they added a layer to that twist that I didn't see. So I was just like, I like it. So I will say that this is like, it was a very quick, very easy read. The incorporation of the, you know, of the Irish language, I thought was really, really cool as part of the plot and really just part of the storytelling. I thought it was super cool. The characters bounced from lovable to I can't stand you. So the mix was interesting because you really didn't know who to root for. And then the plot, yeah, I thought it was good. I will say that this book was kind of like one of the books that I picked up as I was going through, you know, all my thriller phase and stuff like that. And I enjoyed it, but I'm just like, there could have been so much more to this. I feel like we could have gone deeper. I feel like the plot could have been fleshed out just a bit more. The story was good and the storytelling was good. But I think with this book, one thing I will say is that it was predictable a lot of the time. And I feel like we were led down a path, and then it's kind of just like, okay, take me down another path, you know, surprise me. But then we just kept going down that path. I was just like, oh, okay, I saw it coming then. But yeah, so it was kind of like a simple read. If you want like a nice quick thriller and you don't want to hurt your brain too much, I won't even lie, then you can pick this up. Like, I think it was like a good start. I think this is her first book, so I think it was a good first book. With interesting premise that I would actually have just preferred to have been more fleshed out. But you know what? Not a bad thriller. So I will see you guys tomorrow as we continue on in 31 books, 31 days. Bye.